Willie D live.
What's up, family? Donald Trump, your president, signed an executive order reclassifying marijuana as a less dangerous drug on Thursday. Medical professionals and health advocates from all over the world celebrated as it now opens the door for more cannabis research, where it has been found to help with chronic disease and pain. However, a photo op of Cheeto Man signing the executive order is causing a stir, and it's not because the order now puts the well-known recreational drug that causes psychedelic effect in the same category as prescription painkillers, such as Tylenol with codeine, but over a man pictured with Trump. Who is this uncivilized mutt? One user on Threads pointed out that among the medical professionals and officials who stood behind Trump as he signed a mock-up of the document was a man with a white supremacist tattoo. Yeah, fam, a man with a white supremacist tattoo in the White House on full display at the White House. A man with the white supremacist tattoo on full display in the Oval Office, just a step from the President of the United States, our wholesome unifier, the greatest to ever do it. Wow, I can't believe, maybe he didn't see it. It had to be. Ain't no way Donald Trump led a white supremacist into the Oval Office. Impossible. I'm not going to believe it. I'll never believe it, man. I'll never believe it. The man who posed in Veterans of Foreign Wars, VFW uniform, appears to have a tattoo on his arm that looks very similar to the Valknut, or knot of slain symbol, according to the Anti-Defamation League. It is considered a symbol of the Norse god Odin and has been used by some white supremacists as a racist symbol, according to the ADL. However, it is not exclusive to the group and can be used by non-racists. But here's the deal. This is what I want to know. Why? If you know that that symbol is associated with white supremacy, why use it? And when I say white supremacists, I'm not conceding that they are white supremacists. I know that's just what they call themselves. I'm gonna have to figure out. I know they're really white inferiorist or whatever. I gotta come up with another name though, because they're not white supremacists. But, just, for the sake of argument, boom. This is what, it is, fam. Why have the symbol if it's associated? And he knows it's what it's associated with. He knows that. And you better believe Trump when he saw it. He saw it. I like that. That's the same one my daddy had. Oh, you better believe he knew what it meant. You better believe he knew what it meant. You did know that Trump's daddy was a racist, right? Yeah. Some of y'all didn't know? Yeah, there's an article, I believe the New York Times has Donald Trump's dad in the middle of the street. I believe it was a riot or something going on, or they was getting ready to go hang somebody. And he's right there in the middle with a bunch of Klansmen. His daddy, Donald Trump's daddy. You think the racism skipped a generation when Trump came in? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah. Anyway, fam. Yeah, but why even have something like that on your body if that ain't what you rocking, if that ain't what you represent? So I fully believe that the dude is a racist, because anybody that would walk around with something like that, especially in the United States, you don't want to get caught up. You don't want to be ripping something that you're not, right? Imagine a guy who is, let's say, I don't know, a Crip, and he's in blood territory, and he has a Crip tattoo on. Well, he gonna have some explaining to do if he's in blood territory, and they notice that he has a Crip tattoo on. Hey man, well you a Crip, you Crippin', you Crippin'? Yeah, You think it's sweet around here? No, I ain't no Crip, man. I just got this on it. What you got it for? No. My mama said it didn't mean I made good grades. No, homie. No, well, let me tell you what your mama, let me show you what your mama should have told you. Ding, ding, fries and shake. That's how it goes. So, but this dude coming into the Oval Office with Nazi tattoos and all this stuff, it's not really odd, right? Not for Trump. I would dare say Trump has probably had more racists, including himself, in the White House during his presidency in, I don't know, more than all of the presidents in the last maybe 20, 30, 40 years combined. Nah, that's too much. All they ass is racist, man. Most of them racist. You know, every time a congressman come through there, damn near every time a congressman or congresswoman come through there, you dealing with a racist. That's right, I said it. That's right, I said it. It's just what this country is, man. It's what, it was founded on. It's an entire culture. It's the culture. The culture is racist. You got racist in the police department. And not just 1, 2, or 3, or 4. I'm talking about a culture. I'm talking about like thousands of paramedics, racist. Thousands of firefighters, racist. Yeah. Thousands of doctors, lawyers, nurses, PAs, racist. So that's just what this country is. And that's why it's so pervasive. That's why every single damn day we're talking about racism. Now, I know for those of you who benefit from racism, you don't want to hear it. It sounds like complaining to you. Imagine somebody busting you in your eye. And then you say, ouch. And they say, man, you complain too much. You need to just shut up. Yeah, that's kind of like how they do it. And they benefit. Imagine somebody robbing you and you complain about it. You tell somebody else about it. You go to social media and you post that you was robbed. And they're like, look, man, you cry too much. Yeah. So that's what it is in this country. They want us to suffer in silence. Yeah. They don't mind us suffering. They don't mind whatever your beef is, whatever transgression that has been levied against you. They don't mind those transgressions. They welcome those transgressions because it makes them feel that they still have some form of power over black people. So when they see black people get injured, get harmed, many of them are silent because it reinforces in their little bitty pissy brains that they have some type of superiority. Yeah, some type of power over black folks. So that's why a lot of them stay silent. That's right, I said it. I know you. I studied you. Oh yeah. Yeah, I studied you. So I know you. Oh, I know you well. Really well. Most of them, when they see these atrocities happening to black people, when they see black people getting gunned down in the middle of the street, they don't say anything. Or if they say something, they're quiet, it's in little quiet circles. Or they'll put something online and they're cop apologists. They're cop apologists until the police shoot one of them. Then all of a sudden that guy needs to be fired. He didn't give him enough time. He was compliant, the guy, this, that, they got every excuse in the world. But when black people die, they're on automatic. And that, like I said, fam, is because in their minds, as long as black people are being harmed by white folks and white folks are doing it with impunity, in their minds, they have some form of power and they have some form of control over black people more than anybody. Everybody else, they don't really care about. What they care about most is black folks' lot in life. They don't really care about nobody else because a lot of them, they have a mentality of anybody but black. Somebody other than a black person buys a football team, a basketball team, opens up a stadium, buys a community, builds up, buys a shopping strip, a gas station. It's no big deal. They just, it's just a restaurant, bar. It's just life as usual. The moment somebody black open, hey, wait a minute, where'd they get the money from? Who's coming in there? Hey, who's this guy? Yeah. They want to know, boy, they serious about that blackness. Ooh, they serious. So I'm not surprised that Donald Trump had a guy in his office, in the Oval Office, with a tattoo that resembles or is a so-called white supremacist symbol. I'm not surprised at all. When people tell you who they are, believe them. No more talk.